Hello, my beautiful one. This is Satya Magdalena here, and this is another Creatrix Tarot Reading. And this time it has nothing to do with anything that is happening currently in the galaxy, in the sky, in astrology. I have no clue if the Mercury is in retrograde, if the Venus is conjunct something. I don't even know in which phase the moon is right now. So there is no particular huge galactic reason this time why the Creatrix Tarot is happening. But there is something significant happening for me. And that something significant is the kind of significant that happens to all of us from time to time. And this is the kind of significant that we perceive as the most disturbing, insignificant, unworthy thing. Because we want to be significant. We want to have those uplifted moments. We want to come into the video when there is something big. I have something big to say. There is something important. That's why I'm here. Oh, I spilled my matcha latte. Oh. And the truth is, the most significant thing on this planet is us being humans. And the truth is that my most glorious poems are born out of the most difficult experience. And the truth is that when I sit with a client in the room, in whichever container, one-on-one therapy, group session, women's retreat, tantra evening, tarot circle, you name it, the most powerful, potent moments are the ones where we deeply feel the tears break out. When someone breaks open. Because when we break open, that's where the light comes in, that's where the love comes in, to the places where it has not yet been, where it has not yet reached. So this reading today is carried by such moments. I don't know if I was breaking open that moment or not, but it was a moment of, I don't know. I just don't know anymore how to continue, how to move on, what the hell to do, what the hell is going on, what is not aligned, what is happening. And so I decided to do what I do for others, for Christ's sake. To lay out the cards and see what they have to say. And write a mantra and write a poem. Because I need it. And maybe there is something for others as well, because the Creatrix Tarot Reading, okay, I come live. I come to this reading when something is happening in the sky, but the point is that whatever is happening in the sky, whatever the momentum being, be it the Easter Sunday when there was this big cross forming in the sky, or be it this full moon in Scorpio, that was the last Creatrix Tarot Readings motivational like initiative, but the whole point is always to talk to people in the here and now, to those souls, to those hearts, to those bodies in their joys and struggles. So may that reading be for those moments, whenever they happen, wherever the moon is, wherever the Mercury is, whatever is happening in the sky or not. We just have those moments. And we don't need to have an excuse for that, okay? There doesn't need to be an explanation of, oh, yeah, the Mercury is retrograde, you know, to just bring that example. Of course I feel like this. No, sometimes we just feel like shit. Okay, that's it. That's part of being the fucking human. And the truth is, it's not new. It's not new for me to say that. The truth is, it's my main teaching. And the truth is also that I'm merging into my own teaching deeper and deeper all the time. I'm committed to living my truth, to living my talk, to walking my talk, to being authentic. And sometimes I feel that I fail myself. Not in just being authentic and walking my talk, but being committed, being dedicated, doing my thing, doing things, getting things done, not procrastinating. I think it's the first time I got that word right, procrastinating. Like I was like procrastinating. Yes, I've been fucking procrastinating, okay? And when I'm procrastinating, I feel guilty, I feel failed, I feel failing myself. And then I cannot help doing it. I'm actually talking about that in another video that belongs to the series Magician's World. I might rename it into Black Honey soon. Who knows? This is all related to my creative projects that I'm writing currently and that I need to be committed to and dedicated to. And then there is life happening and there is life not happening the way I would like it to happen. And long story short, this reading is for the moments when we feel stuck. We feel stuck, we don't know what to do. And we can't get ourselves out of it. Because we don't know what to do. And even if we know what to do, or as if know what to do, we procrastinate. And then there are also moments, or it might be in the same moment, that we actually do something, but it doesn't bring the result that we were looking for, and then we're like, what the hell? And then, if we are on a spiritual path, so to say, which in my humble opinion all of us are, whether we are conscious of it or not, because we are freaking spiritual beings, we lose ourselves on the way. We lose ourselves out from the alignment with the voice of our heart, with the alignment with our soul path. And again, each and every single human being on this planet Earth is walking their soul path and is here to be aligned with the voice of the higher, with the voice of the divine, with the voice of their heart. It's just that when we are aware of it, when we work on ourselves, when we break open, when we open up, we experience it more consciously. We experience both the moments of despair and pain, as well as the moments of clarity, grace, harmony, oneness with everything, deep connection, the knowing that doesn't need a freaking mind to know. We experience all of it intensely. So those moments when there is this opposite feeling, when we feel that I am as if doing the things right, I am on my path, and I have had that clarity and that knowledge and that vision and that direction. And then I'm doing something in that direction and it doesn't work, it doesn't bring the result, it's not working. And then the question comes, what is wrong? What is not aligned? What is out of the harmony here? Where am I not listening to myself? And you know, sometimes these are the right questions to ask, and there are answers to them, and oftentimes those answers we find through, for example, tarot cards or meditation or shamanic churning or whatever would be our practice, or therapy session, or just talking to somebody. But sometimes it's also important, just like I said before about those readings. Does there have to be a bigger thing guiding it? Does there have to be a huge reason why I feel bad at some moment? And no, there doesn't have to be an explanation. So the same thing with that one, when we are like deeply on the spiritual path, and I even put it in the air quotation marks because we all are, as human beings living this life. But we tend to overthink also in those terms, and sometimes we tend to turn to the tarot cards or the astrology or the therapist like too soon, not allowing us to simply be there, feel it, take the experience. And the truth is, there is always a way. And there is always the will and the willpower that we need, even when we feel that I don't have it. I want to give up. Okay, I can't do it anymore. There is the way, and there is the will, and there is the willpower. And sometimes it's not about seeking for it in all those places that I just mentioned, trying to figure it out, because it's in a way the same thing, even if we try to do it via spiritual means. But it's the same thing, we try to figure it out, and there is still the same tension I need to get out of it. And this reading says something different. No, it doesn't say stay passive. It says just keep your heart open as best as you can. Just keep the heart open. Keep the fire burning. The fire of your creation, the fire of your passion, the fire of your heart, the fire of your soul. And I know that, I'm coming to this video from that place today. This video is for those moments, remember, when everything is fucking doomed. You don't have the will, you want to lay in the bed, roll the curtains and stay there for days. Maybe smoke cannabis or something, drink something, just fucking stay there, never get up. Yeah, there are those moments. And we can choose. We can choose to find that seed of light, that seed of the fire of the heart. And that is anything, just anything that we know in our lives, that we remember. Maybe we don't feel it at this moment because it's the doomed moment, doomsday. But we remember, we know that there is something. And I keep doing that something. I keep being alive. I choose not to take that alcohol. I choose not to get myself high. I choose not to stay, not to make the darkness even darker. But I choose to stay present with the seed of light, even if it's at this moment small. I choose to feel the fear and stay brave. So let me bring the mantra in at this point, because the mantra this time is not 4 lines. I'm sorry, it's longer. I guess I needed a longer one. But here it goes. And then I go also into the cards. When you don't know what to do, when all feels simply doomed, just choose to be the fool who keeps walking into the sun, who keeps not giving up, but giving in, surrendering to the will that's not your own, following the teacher who walks you home. And the only thing to do along the way is to keep your heart open and be brave, knowing there is a will and there is a way. I'm going to write that mantra in the text underneath this video, so you can read it. So just keep going. Just keep going. Keep making those baby steps. Keep following this little red thread. And be brave. Be brave. Do something counterintuitive. And when you feel doomed, when you feel lost, when you feel not inspired, when you feel I don't fucking know what to do, then just do the thing that came as a little hint, as a little inspiration, as a little guidance. Like for me today, okay, so just go out there and do your Creatrix Tarot Reading. For what are you doing this? And I needed to be brave. So this is the page. This is the page of wands. And this means that this is like a child energy. This is learning. This is being afraid. This is because the heart, the fire, the passion, the creative power that we have, it's also related to our deepest fears of failure, of not being enough, of not having the result again, or whatever it is. Oftentimes the fears are unconscious. We don't know, but they hold us back. And so today, coming and making this video, it wasn't my comfort zone, it wasn't logical. But that was okay, just do it. Just do it and see what happens. And I don't know what happens, and maybe nothing happens. But I do something more brave today with this video. I'm doing something that someone, a kind soul, asked me to do after my last Creatrix Tarot Reading, when he watched that and he found that useful or helpful. And he sent me a message and he said, you know, make yourself this buy me a coffee thing where anybody who finds this content good can donate something. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna post this link underneath that video and see what happens. I'm making this small step. I don't know what happens. Maybe no one cares. Maybe no one even watches that, you know. But maybe there are souls who find it helpful and wish to make the energy flow two ways. I don't know. All I can do is trust. You see, the thing is, this is a marvelous reading. This is major arcana cards all over. The Fool, the Hanged Man, the Sun, the Hierophant, the High Priest, all major arcana. And in the middle, this Page of Wands. The one who needs to have courage, the one who needs to conquer their fears. But conquering the fears does not go through fighting them, through suppressing them. We know how to do that way too well. Our mind has learned that. We are living in a society that is disconnected from the hearts and bodies and wired to be only in the mind, to control, to be in control. And to not talk about those moments, to not show ourselves weak. But my role here is to help us to be who we are, the humans, to find the divinity in that humanness. And this reading is just a living proof of it. So this moment, the insignificant moment, is all full of major arcana cards, major soul lessons. What the hell, universe? Are you kidding me? This is a good cosmic humor. And that's how it works, my darling. When you have this moment, there is something for you. Just don't give up. Keep your heart open along the way and keep trusting. Keep trusting. Keep trusting. Find that trusting you, the one who's just like, you know what, I'm going. Maybe the first step is actually to get back into that bed and sleep for another hour. Maybe that's that. If that's the self-love, do that. Just keep remembering that the sun is always there. The sun always comes out. Even if it's a rainy morning, even if it's a dark sky, the sun is rising. Maybe you don't see it as this radiant orange, as this, glorious sunrise that we sometimes get to witness, especially when we go somewhere to the lake or to the sea or to the mountains, and she's like, wow, holy wow. But this freaking sun is rising also when it's rainy, like it was this morning when I was sitting here with my depression and the weather was exactly the same, like oh. And now it's getting more sunny slowly, you see. And I'm here and I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself, and I'm getting more alive, because the thing is, I actually love to do that. I love to feel deeply. I love to bring the deeper truth forward. And the deeper truth is in those fucking moments where we need to go deeper to get that truth. Where we need to be a little bit more authentic. Where we need to break open a little bit more. Where we need to give in a little bit more. Not give up, give fucking in. Okay? The Hanged Man. He has chosen that position voluntarily. Okay, voluntarily. So this kind of voluntary surrendering my will, this will that comes from this mind foremost. I want that, and it should go like this. And it fucking doesn't. And then I feel doomed. And in those moments we finally put ourselves in that position. Holy fuck, if nothing is working, then maybe, just maybe, I will give up all the freaking control, okay? Maybe all my logic and all the ways how I see the world is not working right now, because it's not, I feel it's not, obviously. So, and then I turn myself upside down and I say, okay God, okay universe, okay, show me the difference. Show me the world upside down. You see, the Hanged Man, he's not hanged here. He's hanged like that. He has put himself into that position because there is nothing else left to do. So these are the moments when you don't know what to do. That's what you do. Then that's what you do. And that's what you naturally do, in a way. It's not a comfortable position to be in. And it happens also if you don't know it's happening. But it's good to know. But it's good to know when you are there that, okay, that's where I'm at. Okay, let me be the Hanged Man. Let me change my perspective wholly. Let me see what is there for me if I take my will out of the way. My will is Thai will and Thai will is mine. You know that sentence? Well, it's in those moments in the human life when it comes true. Yes, also the moments of joy and ecstasy and deep love. But in those moments, that's where we learn, that's where we break open, that's where we die to ourselves as a next step and come out in a different place. And now, that wisdom, that deeper wisdom, the wisdom of the heart, the saint within us. That's the divine will, that's the divine wisdom, that is the teacher, the high priest, the hierophant, the guru. That is the quality we truly find throughout those moments. Because in order to listen to that voice that actually takes us home, and home, I mean the home of the soul, wherever we are, wherever we are, there is this truth of our being, who we truly are, what our heart is really saying, despite all the circumstances, despite what is happening outside. And that is the quiet voice that comes to whisper to the Almighty King that our will is, because we have so much power, really, we can do anything. And then we have those moments where we can't. Like in some ways we can't. And we want to know the truth, especially if we are on the spiritual path. These are the moments when we ask what is not aligned, what is wrong. But to truly listen to that wisdom, to that voice of the heart, we need to surrender. We need to come into that deep trust. We need to let go. We need to be new, like students, like children again, learning how to use that will, how to use that power, how to use that passion, that fire of the heart. Even more authentic, even more real, because the more authentic and the more real we are, the more deeply we truly are in our path. And that is really the only thing we need to be ourselves. Sounds like a cliché, but it's true. And through those moments, this truth lands, finds resonance, makes us open up to that, makes us really feel that, be that, live that. So thank you. Thank you for receiving. The ones who do, I love you. See you again.